and we are working towards it. I think the Chief Minister is quite receptive about this. We can't do much until we have a real paper to present the pros and cons of it. But I'm very sure that the pros are exits far better than the cons.
Exactly. Yeah. But there's also the question of, you know, if you open up further for trading, then it will be more speculative. Is that right?
We want to try to avoid the speculation, because we are a counter which is not to be, we should want to perform. We should want to show to the shareholders that we mean business. Even our policy matter is that 30% of our profit will go back to the investors as dividends. That is one of our main policy. 30% for our reserve cash and 30% for other future developments or whatever. So in that aspect, I think we are preparing a paper to our bosses so that they will understand better to float up more shares in the market.
How many percent are you intending to propose to?
I can't say that at the moment.
Okay, fair enough, fair enough. Having said that, when can we all, I mean, you are big players in the commodity market, when do you expect the stock market to recover? Badrul, have you heard anything, any good news lately?
No, I don't know much about stock markets. I know a lot about TDM, and I'm not worried about the stock market when they recover, whether they will recover. I'm worried about TDM. I think TDM will continue to do well and continue to perform that kind of growth that we have seen in the past few years.
And having said that as well, I understand that TDM is actually expanding into Kalimantan. Yeah, perhaps YB, you can provide us more details about Kalimantan?
Yeah, in 2007, we were offered a piece of land of 40,000 hectares. That's about 100,000 acres.
Okay.
And that's almost equivalent to our land in Malaysia that TDM is handling. After going through some turmoil here and there, we have managed to sort out all the problems, and now we are moving ahead. We assume we should be having around, cut down to about 20 to 25,000 hectares. That alone should suffice us for the next 10 to 15 years, quite busy. And what is good about this is that we have quite a good piece of land. And at the present moment, we have not yet taken any loan. We are doing the development, generating from the profit that we have.
So no loan?
No loans yet. I will ask the CEO to elaborate further on the future forecast of that. But I am very, very, very sure that it is going to be a good investment, good returns, good ROI, and all this. And I will put my stake on this future expansion.
Great. Does the CEO also put his stake?
Yes, the Kalimantan is an important part of our strategic plan and also our short-term tactical plan. Reason being is that we started the growth of TDMs in 2004, 2005, 2006, and now based on the improvement of the yields and productivity at our current plantation here. And however, this is going to go hit a limits of the ability to improve productivity from the current plantations. But the company, the firm, needs still to grow in terms of revenue and profit. And if that's where Kalimantan comes in. If we started the planting, the expansion of the land in Kalimantan today, and we can only see the yield result coming out, 5 years from now, 5, 6, 7 years from now. And that will coincide nicely with the growth of the company when the growth from the current plantations stagnant, and they will be picked up by the Kalimantan. So this is important.
So that's the strategy?
That's the strategy, yes.
Okay, and why Kalimantan? Is it because land there is more fertile, or
Yeah, generally, if we talk, we want to be in Malaysia, but land in Malaysia are already exhausted. So you've got to go out. And the best place outside Malaysia is in Indonesia. In fact, Indonesia is the biggest now producer of the CPO. And the best place with the availability of large tract of land in one piece is in Kalimantan. And that's why we're going there. Also, Kalimantan present to us a better land in terms of the land are flatter, and the grade of the land is higher than what we have right now. So, if TDM were to improve profitability, so we have to have on our long-term plan is to improve our land, selections of our land. So we need to go and get more land on the top of the land that we have in Terengganu. Currently, we have only about 20% good land, grade A land, and about 80% of a marginal land in Terengganu. That's the nature of the land with the terrain and so on, with the also the climates, the distribution of rainfall that's not evenly. But in Kalimantan, it's all grade A with the distribution of rainfall evenly. We're expecting a better yield from Kalimantan than from Terengganu. So that's why, again, it is important for us.
And this is also expected to, of course, increase the profit level, yeah?
Yeah. Of 45 years in this business, because we had the 45th AGM. Of course, the land in Malaysia would be exhausted. The exhaustion and the extraction of fertilizers or the minerals from the land in Malaysia would have been a very high cost of production by re-fertilizing the land. Comparing to Kalimantan, which is at its origins, of course, the fertility of land in Kalimantan is far better than as it is in Malaysia. Nothing is yet to be planted. The humus level is going to be very good there. And of course, I would say the cost of because of that, 60% of the cost of production comes from fertilizers. And by using less fertilizers, I'm very sure the cost of production is going to be lower than what we anticipated. By that, we will have a better yield, better cost of production, then better profit.
Well, that's said by the chairman, and of course explained in a great forecast there by the CEO. We're going for another short commercial break, gentlemen, and we'll be right back to find out more on TDM Berhad. Right next to me are people, of course, the key people from TDM Berhad, a plantation company, and that is based in Kuala Terengganu. Stay with us. And thank you so much for staying with us. We're talking and also focusing on a plantation company, TDM Berhad, listed on Bursa Malaysia, has been around since 1965, listed on the Kuala Lumpur Stock Exchange in 1972. And over the last 5 years, TDM Berhad has also made right moves by selling its non-core businesses, and some of it included chartered flight operator, that's Pelangi Airways, and also quick service restaurant chain, that's A&W, and also Perhentian Island Resort. We'll ask Yang Berhormat Datuk Haji Roslan bin Awang Chik, who is chairman of TDM Berhad, and also Encik Badrul Hisham in the studio with the CEO of TDM Berhad on the reason, perhaps, why were these businesses sold? CEO or chairman?
I will start first.
Okay.
On the contrary, that we are focusing on something that we know best, and at the present moment, with the management that we have, I think traditionally plantation we are the best in terms of our management. And even for that matter, I would say I will give my compliments to the government of Malaysia that Malaysia is the best in terms of knowledge in whatsoever field in palm oil itself. They have done wonders. I think no other countries can beat Malaysia in terms of the knowledge of palm oil.
So we still lead,
As part of that, we are proud to be part of that group, and I think we are going to stay in that line. Of course, we cannot depend totally on one line. We have looked into healthcare, and healthcare has contributed double digits all the time in terms of contributions or growth. But other businesses which we are not familiar with or too high a risk, we are trying to eliminate or sell it off. One of the things is, as you were mentioning, the plumbing air was way out. Even some medic air is also, we are going out. Even the food business that we are having, the TD Poultry, we are making a paper to, even we have announced it, to make a paper to give to a person, to sell to a person who is well versed and focused in that line. Let us go out and make our own and strengthen our own strength in line that we are good with.
So the poultry business is also?
Yeah, poultry business under the board has already approved to sell it off, but nevertheless we are not in a hurry to sell it, because we want to find a buyer who can carry on the social obligations that we had before with the contract farmers. If it is not, then we will have to hold it on.
Right. I understand that, I mean, there was talk that the poultry business was going to be sold off because it was not making money. Is that right?
Yes, partly true. But our decisions to sell off is not whether make money or lose money, because we know, we're confident we can turn around the business, and the business, in fact, make a profit last year. But it's more like the strategy alignment. And that doesn't fall part of our strategy alignments, and hence we've got to go and divest it. If we go to TDM in the past, we've went into too many business, and we end up being a
too diversified,
jack of all trade and master of none. And going forward, we wanted to focus more on the selective core competencies, so that we have more ability to engage in capability upgrading and competency upgrading, and to make sure that we'll be among the best in the sector that we play with. So that's the ongoing strategy and how we're going to focus our company.
So it is true that, I mean, it's not a very good idea to be too diversified, actually, for any business. It's better to focus on that one single core business, which I understand, of course, it's plantation, for TDM. So moving forward, will it be just the plantation and healthcare then? Is it safe to say?
For the next, for the